Blankenship out to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Jacobs with a carry on first down as he'll get about 3 there before he's taken down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Montez Sweat drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Back deep for the Colts, Nyheim Hines. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He's going to field this at the 4. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Third and 2, Locke's going to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And he spins away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Tannehill is going to turn here and take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Now it's Tannehill. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
They were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there, getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he?
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 2nd and inches, Tannehill. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done. Now Tannehill. That's
complete to Moreau, the tight end. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 21.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here we go. Ready?
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Touchdown Raiders. That's caught. Bryan Edwards with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I think if you pulled defense.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film, just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
These two teams all tied after one. The give to Taylor. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship goes up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Off play action, Tannehill. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. A CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one, because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
On play action, Locke. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown! A great play there on a his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Play action, it's Tannehill. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And some room to roam now. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play right in front of him.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A quick throw to the left flat, and he's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Bryan Edwards. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Block now to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. First and 10, Taylor now. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 76 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Colts. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance. performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs, and he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They run the counter. It's Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. They'll run on first down. Taylor, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. After the interception, here's Tannehill. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Eluding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Daniel Odengbo able to drop him for a loss of a couple. They'll fake it, now Tannehill. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
He came very close to absolutely destroying their defensive strategy, didn't he? Broke some tackles and came very close to picking up a 1st down. They've got to wrap up better.
Indeed, but they were able to get him down before that marker. A final shot here before the break. Tannehill. Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And no thought of a return here for Hines. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They run once more with Taylor. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 112 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And the Raiders have got him. Chris Barnes leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try to protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Lock gonna throw. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. Throwing now is Lock. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Russell Gage, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On 2nd and 9, Tannehill lets this go for Renfro downfield. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. And that's now a half-dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here. And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, Tannehill. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Colts are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Again, it's Taylor. Gets past one man. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. 63 yards. And the Colts add on to their lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Blankenship out for the point after.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Again, he finds an opening. And some space here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And even 100 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Being chased out left. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And the Colts pick it up. And a return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
Damon Arnett up to make the tackle.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Locke to throw. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Colts are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing the Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
They're going to get 9 here on first down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Block off of play action. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's taken to the 26. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. Credit the tackle to Isaac Yiadom.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sidelines. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Well, the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
And he will find his man Ruggs. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Colts pick it up. So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Well, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. Tannehill on 1st down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Colts will take over here just shy of the 30. CD, this defense, man. At this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Well, 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw it is Locke. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On second down, Jacobs. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this sport.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And some room to maneuver. He's at the 30. 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. He will return this from deep in the end zone.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Colts, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3.